Welcome back to Beacon Hills. I hope you had a great vacation away from our favorite supernatural city. Continuing our journey through the legendary bestiary, our 5th episode brings us to the Kanimas of the supernatural world of Teen Wolf. Kanimas are some of my favorite creatures in the entire series, and for the first time since 2017, I'm extremely excited to be talking about them once again. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and if you're new to the channel, I hope that after today, I'll earn your subscription and continued support, so grab a snack and a drink because this is going to be the definitive guide on the Kanimas of MTV's Teen Wolf. Let's begin. The Kanima is a human-animal hybrid that is reptilian in nature. It is considered a mutation of the werewolf gene, though how exactly they came to be remains a mystery and still remains one till this day. And I don't think we're ever going to get an explanation from Jeff Davis since he's officially moved on from the franchise for good as of spring 2024. In a legend about the Kanima found in the bestiary belonging to the Argent family of hunters, the being is known as a weapon of vengeance. The legend in question detailed a South American priest who took control of a Kanima and used it to rid his village of murderers. The more the priest and master influenced the Kanima, the symbiotic bond between the two grew until the Kanima began killing whomever its master wanted, regardless of whether or not the victim had taken a life. The Kanima is a unique supernatural creature, essentially a corrupted form of a werewolf, whereas werewolves who crave a pack, Kanimas are obedient creatures that seek a master due to unresolved personal issues. Their transformation is slow and subtle, with the individual believing that they are invulnerable to the supernatural bite initially. Jackson Whittemore is the sole confirmed real Kanima in the show, having become one after he was bitten by an alpha werewolf, a transformation brought about by his deep-seated feelings of abandonment and identity issues. The actual form of a Kanima is said to be a reflection of what the person is, and they can transform from beta to alpha form, but for Jackson it was interrupted. Interestingly, if a Kanima is able to overcome their inner demons and identity crisis, their werewolf gene is able to heal itself and they can become a complete werewolf. They will, however, keep some Kanima traits like venomous claws, reptilian eyes, and a greater tolerance for some species of wolfsbane, demonstrating the permanent effect of their original corrupted transformation. And I will be making a video on hybrids specifically, and in that video I will mainly be talking about the Kanima werewolf hybrids such as Jackson. So subscribe, turn on all notifications for when that episode of Creatures of Teen Wolf drops on the channel. The Kanima is a reptile the size of a human with dark green scales. The most notable feature of the Kanima is its claws, which are razor sharp, talon-shaped, and filled with a paralytic venom. Its venom paralyzes a victim from the neck down in a matter of seconds, with paralysis differing based on exposure and whether or not the victim has supernatural healing factors. Whereas the beta Kanima possesses a smooth, long tail, the alpha variety boasts a spiked, venomous tail with wings. Similar to most reptiles, Kanimas can also climb walls, and they also possess long and thin double-row fangs, much like Teen Wolf's Wendigos. Kanimas are inherently social creatures that seek a master to control their actions. Once this bond is established, the Kanima is highly obedient, carrying out its master's will. A strong connection can even lead to a telepathic link, where the master's thoughts or gestures are enough to direct the Kanima, as seen with Matt Delahair and Jackson Whittemore. However, there are limits to a Kanima's obedience. Jackson, for instance, was unable to kill a pregnant woman, suggesting Kanimas may be restricted to killing only those who have committed murder, or that the Kanima's past, like Jackson's own birth circumstances, can influence its actions. Violating these metaphysical rules, as Matt did, can result in the master beginning to transform into a Kanima themselves. Interestingly, Kanimas also adopt personality traits of their master, such as Matt's fear of water being transferred to Jackson. Furthermore, Kanimas appear to be afraid of their own reflection, potentially due to their unresolved identity issues, a vulnerability that can be exploited by their opponents. The Kanima Master is the individual who controls a Kanima, using it as a weapon of vengeance to carry out their will. This role was a central antagonistic force in Season 2. Historically, a South American priest used a Kanima to eliminate murderers in his village, as mentioned earlier in the video, developing such a strong bond that the Kanima's actions became an extension of his own vengeful desires, also mentioned earlier in the video. Known Kanima Masters include the unnamed South American priest, as I just mentioned, Matt Delahair, who controlled Jackson, Gerard, who also controlled Jackson, the Dread Doctors, and Theo Raken, both of whom controlled the Chimera Tracy Stewart. The primary powers of a Kanima Master are complete control over the Kanima and a limited telepathic connection with the creature, allowing for a profound mental link. However, Kanima Masters are not without weaknesses, as they are susceptible to mistletoe, which is poisonous to both humans and supernatural beings. Crucially, any phobias the Master possesses will also be mirrored by the Kanima. Furthermore, severe consequence awaits Masters who break the metaphysical rules of the Kanima, and if a Master compels the Kanima to kill an innocent person, the Master themselves will begin to transform into a Kanima as a form of punishment. Kanimas possess an impressive array of supernatural abilities that make them formidable creatures. They exhibit super strength, easily tearing through materials like car doors and corrugated steel, and generally surpassing werewolves in raw power. Their super speed allows them to outpace humans and even werewolves, especially when running on all fours. Kanimas also demonstrate exceptional agility and reflexes, effortlessly climbing vertical surfaces, performing acrobatic feats, and leaping great distances and heights. Their super durability makes them incredibly resilient to blunt force trauma, shrugging off being thrown through walls or shot multiple times with convenient weapons, proving more robust than werewolves. Furthermore, Kanimas also have super senses, including heightened sight, hearing, and smell, enabling them to navigate in the dark, track scents for miles, and overhear distant whispers. One of the Kanima's most remarkable abilities is its accelerated healing factor, as they can recover from several injuries such as multiple gunshots, stabbings, or even a slashed throat within moments. Notably, they appear to even be able to heal from injuries to the brain, a feat not yet seen in any other supernatural creature throughout the franchise, even going as far as extending to the likes of Teen Wolf the movie. This rapid healing also suggests that they are immune to intoxication and possess extended youth and lifespans. Kanimas are shapeshifters capable of fully transforming into a lizard-like creature with smooth green scales as mentioned earlier in the video, or partially shifting specific features like their eyes or hands. In their full form, their talon-like claws secrete a potent paralytic venom that can immobilize victims on contact within seconds to minutes, depending on exposure and the victim's healing ability, while in their shifted form, Kanimas are immune to their own venom. And additionally, Kanimas can climb walls with ease, and in their full reptilian form, they have no scent, making them undetectable to creatures with enhanced senses like werewolves. Kanimas, despite their formidable abilities, possess several significant weaknesses. They are completely unable to cross a barrier created by mountain ash, which acts as an impenetrable magical containment. This vulnerability also extends to the Kanima's master regardless of their own supernatural status, though it does not affect part Kanima chimeras such as Tracy Stewart. Another key weakness is their connection to their master, as a Kanima will suffer from the same weaknesses as the individual controlling them. For example, as mentioned several times throughout the duration of this video, Jackson Whittemore, while controlled by Matt Delahair, developed an intense fear of water because Matt himself had a phobia stemming from a near drowning experience, as showcased several times on screen back in Teen Wolf Season 2. Additionally, Kanimas can be temporarily incapacitated by very large doses of ketamine, an animal tranquilizer, though their extreme durability means this effect is very brief, and they also can be affected by electricity, though seemingly less so than werewolves and even other chimeras. Finally, like other were creatures, Kanimas transform uncontrollably during a full moon, losing all consciousness and control during this period. And that's gonna do it for the complete definitive guide on everything you would ever need to know about the Kanimas from MTV's Teen Wolf. This should forever be the only video you ever need to watch to gain all the information you would ever need to know on the Kanimas from this verse. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. I appreciate you watching till the end. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and set notifications to all. I'm Jade, and I will see you in the next episode. Until next time, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you the next time you decide to visit Beacon Hills.